Sad news out of Western Washington. Multiple people have died in that area from a chemical explosion. More details in this breaking news that's coming up.
And I'm tracking your forecast as we trend much cooler today with the chance for on and off showers. I'm tracking the system for you ahead.
And Spokane County is deciding whether or not to make a new lease for the Spokane Indians baseball team. What commissioners are discussing today. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us here on KREM 2 News at noon. I'm Laura Papetti, and we do begin with breaking news coming in at this noon hour. In Western Washington, multiple people have been killed, others critically injured. This is after a major chemical explosion. This is at a Longview paper mill. Multiple people suffering chemical burns were sent to the hospital. According to the Longview Fire Department, a tank imploded filled with chemical treatment product. This happened at about 7:15 this morning. We don't know how many people have been hurt or killed at this time, only that we've gotten the word multiple. That's what we've been told so far. There is no threat to the community, and an investigation right now is underway. We'll continue to track that story. In the meantime, we're going to bring it back home here to Jenny Powers. She's standing by in the KREM 2 Outdoor Weather Center. Jenny, we had this spectacular weekend, lots of sunshine, and then things turned on a dime.
Yeah, that is exactly right, Laura. Today is drastically different compared to what we saw over Memorial Day weekend, as we are trending much cooler and seeing a good amount of clouds. Earlier this morning, we did at times see some heavy downpour rain, and we're still dealing with some showers tracking up north to some of our northern counties there in northeast Washington as we prepare for another round of showers popping up later on this afternoon and early evening. Right now, this is a live look for you out toward Lake Coeur d'Alene, where very similar to Spokane, we're seeing some widespread cloud cover. So it's going to be a pretty gray day here as we continue to move throughout our Tuesday. 51 degrees is where we're sitting at right now in Spokane. Light winds out of the west-southwest here at 9 miles per hour sustained. And as we take a look throughout the region, we're in the mid-50s for Coeur d'Alene, low 60s right now for Sandpoint, and some low 60s out toward Moses Lake and Wenatchee. But cloud cover to go around for the inland northwest. We also still see the chance here of some isolated thunderstorms possible for these areas that are shaded in green, impacting eastern Washington and North Idaho. And in western Montana here, even the chance for isolated severe storms possible that could bring with it gusty outflow winds, some small hail, heavy downpour rain, and some lightning. So that's what we've got our eye on over toward western Montana. Otherwise, by this evening's commute, I am tracking the return of some more showers along I-90 for Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. So the full timing of this as we move forward into tonight, that's what I'm tracking for you ahead.
Jenny, thank you. Today, Spokane County Commissioners discussing a possible new long-term lease for Vista Stadium. KREM 2's Brandon T. Jones is sharing what kind of impact that a new lease could have on the Spokane Indians.
Well, today, Spokane County Commissioners got a chance to review what that long-term lease would look like here at Vista Stadium and when it could possibly go into effect. For right now, Vista Stadium's current lease is in place until September 6th of 2029, so still a few years away. But a part of the appeal to get a long-term lease solidified is savings. The county says a new lease would save them $150,000 in 2026 and $250,000 annually starting in 2027. A new agreement would also stretch that expiration date until December 31st of 2046. So along with the security of a long-term lease, the proposed agreement hints at capital improvements and projects such as an additional concessions building, public restroom improvements to existing facilities, and then also included office renovations and a pedestrian plaza. Back to that commissioners meeting, again, they spent roughly a half hour going over what this new long-term lease would look like, and now on their schedule for their next legislative agenda, which is next week, they'll revisit this and potentially vote this long-term lease into place. For now, they're reporting here in Spokane County, Brandon T. Jones, KREM 2 News.
The Grant County Sheriff's Office says they did find a body of a missing Moses Lake man. The Sheriff's Office believes they found the body of 39-year-old Anthony Mann, found at the top of Summer Falls, about 10 miles southeast of Coulee City. Mann's van was found near the trailhead last week. The Sheriff's Office says there are no signs of foul play. And 2 people are dead following a head-on crash. This happened near Sagle. Idaho State Police say the crash happened yesterday afternoon along US 95. This is near milepost 496. ISP says an 18-year-old driver from Sandpoint crossed over the center line and hit another vehicle head-on. Both the 18-year-old and the passenger were killed. The 2 other people in the other vehicle were taken to a hospital. A skydiving experience turned deadly. Coming up after the break, more on the victim and what investigators think caused the problem. But first, let's take a live look outside on this Tuesday afternoon. In some areas, just filled with clouds. Other areas, a little bit of blue out there. We'll have more with Jenny Power coming up.